Hi guys. So today is March 28th. This is the first time I'm filming for our IVF road to baby, but I thought it would be fun to document the IVF process. The only reason I didn't do like IVF vlogs or anything like that is just because I wanted to keep it private between Rob and I. I'm a very emotional person. I am not in, I know that like I have a YouTube channel and I share a lot through this and on Instagram, but I don't share a lot of like personal private things just because I'm a very emotional person, and this might be a really rough process and I don't want to have to deal with questions and comments, and I would love to hear them afterwards, but during, I just don't think, like, I'm not even telling a lot of friends and family like when it's happening, because I don't want people to say, oh my God, did it work? How's this going? How's that going? I don't want any of that just because I feel like I need to stay as calm as possible and just, I don't know. But I thought it'd be fun to share it with you guys at the end of it all. So today, my first little update is I got my period and we are planning to start the IVF cycle with my April period. So the first little bump in the road was that all the medications were covered by insurance except Menopur. And I was kind of panicking because the Menopur was like $80 a vial and it was just a lot of money. For those of you who don't know, I don't know if you do know, we were paying for the IVF out of pocket. So to have the medications covered is really a lifesaver, because medications, our doctor told us they can cost up to $12,000. So when they told us your copay will be so and so dollars, I was like, oh my God, thank you, thank you God, thank you God. Something is finally going right throughout all of this process. After all of this, I will explain like our infertility story maybe. I just don't want this video to end up being like an hour long, even though it might be, because I'm just going to put everything all together. So I emailed the doctor today. So I appealed the Menopur. This might also be all over the place. I appealed them denying the Menopur, and it was denied. So I emailed the doctor today and I said, listen, like, my insurance says they will cover other medications similar to Menopur. Is there any way that like we can do that? And she called me right away. I love the doctor we're working with. And she said, you don't need the Menopur. She's like, we have other medications that are already prescribed to you. And if you happen to need the Menopur, like a few vials of it, we have samples that you could use that. I was like, oh my God, like I feel like I'm gonna start crying again. I mean, $2,000 is a lot in the scheme of things, and for medication, for one medication. So I was just so grateful. So I'm going to be ordering our medication, and you probably won't see another update from me for another month. Well, it'll seem like 30 seconds for you, but in reality, I won't be filming it for another month. And maybe I'll show you guys when the medication comes. But for now, first step for us was getting through the medication. I mean, next we are doing a loan to pay for IVF just because we don't have $14,000. I think that's how much it costs. And doing it through this loan company, it has some kind of like insurance. If it doesn't work, you get some money back. And I haven't figured out which package we're doing yet, but certain packages include more than one cycle or more than one transfer. So yes, I'm super excited. We've been trying to have a baby for I'm gonna start crying. For 3 years and 3.5 years. So it's just, I know that we were married for all of these years and it didn't matter to me. I actually didn't care if we got pregnant before we got married. None of that mattered to me. I just wanted a baby. And it makes me very nervous if this doesn't work. So I'm going to be very positive. I am going to try not to cry a lot. I might be crying now because I just got my period. This is already 5 minutes long. This is probably going to be a really long video. Hopefully at the end of all of this, you will be seeing a pregnancy announcement. Everyone, it is currently, what day is it? I'm such a dodo. Wednesday, April 25th. I can't stop smiling because my period finally came, and I officially called the doctor to say, let's get started. It's like, I feel like it's Christmas morning. Like, I could finally do this. Like, it's kind of been a waiting game up until now. So I called the doctor to say I'm doing all the hard work. I got my period, and that I need to schedule, I guess, my baseline blood work and ultrasound and an SHG test maybe, or SGH, I don't know. I'll write the correct word in here. Now, the reason why, I don't know if some of you are wondering this, or it's literally just like probably 2 minutes into the video. I have gone through testing prior to my IVF cycle. Rob and I have been trying for almost 4 years. So we did have an IUI cycle that failed, obviously. I don't know if I mentioned this in the last clip. That was like last month, I think. We did an IUI cycle back in December of 2015. I don't know, 15, 16, 17. Was it 2015? I don't know. December of some point. It's like as you get older, like the years kind of like clump together. I have no idea. I think it was 2 years ago, so probably December of 2015. Maybe it was 14. I'm sorry, I have no idea. Anyway, I did all the testing then, and the new doctor that we're seeing did not recommend doing another HSG test. I think HSG is the one where they inject you with the stuff to check your tubes, and the SHG or SGH test I'm getting is to check for like fibroids and other things in my uterus. But so he did not recommend having to do those tests again. And what's the other test I got? You always go in for an ultrasound and baseline blood work, and that stuff just is routine. So he did not recommend me doing that test again. So I'm going right to this, and then at that appointment on Monday, they will do a trial transfer, which I'm so happy about because I heard really great things about a doctor going in and doing a trial transfer so that they can get well acquainted with your uterus, I guess. I don't know. I feel very comfortable. I don't feel comfortable. I feel very happy that they are doing that. Another cost out of pocket, of course, but I'm willing to pay that price. So that will be Monday. And then after Monday, I will get more information about when we will start stims and all of that stuff. I did order my medication, and that should be here Friday, and it's very early for that. The doctor actually was annoyed that I didn't order it back in March. Not annoyed, but she was like, because when I called the pharmacy, they were like, one of your prescriptions is on a back order, like a national back order. I'm like, oh, okay, no big deal. Let me email the doctor, let them know. And then she called me while I was on the phone with the pharmacist. That's why I love this doctor. You email them, they literally call you back in like 10 minutes. So she's like, I thought I told you to order that in March. It wasn't on back order in March. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, like, is this gonna ruin everything? She's like, no. She's like, let me see what else we could do. And she sent over another medication, so it's fine. I was just like, oh my God. And the medication was actually covered by our insurance, so I just had to pay a copay for that. It wasn't cheap, but it was way better than paying full price for those. So thank you, Jesus. Thank you that something at least worked out in our favor. So yeah, that's where we are as of now. I will check in with you guys next time. Good morning, guys. Today's Friday, April 27th. I am just leaving the doctor's office. I had my first blood work done. It's baseline blood work and a scan, which I don't know how. So you do it on your cycle day 3, and it's just like, I just feel so bad for the person who has that job, because cycle day 3 you're still bleeding. So I mean, that's a tough job. So yeah, that's all for now. I have to go back Monday, and yeah, I didn't find anything out. I did get a lot of paperwork to sign, because before you start IVF, I guess you need to have consent forms and what to do with freezing. I don't know, I have to read through those, but just thought I'd update you guys. Hi guys, it is currently Monday, April 30th. Oh my god, tomorrow is May. I'm just leaving the doctor. I had my not HSG, that's a totally different test, SHG test with a trial transfer, which everything happened so fast. I don't even know like what part was the trial transfer. I don't know. But anyway, the doctor said everything looks fantastic. My uterus looks great. I have so many follicles already, and I didn't start anything yet. So he said I should be great. I should respond great to the meds, but that also makes me nervous for OHSS. I think that's what it is. It's over stimulation of the ovaries, and then that could also be a problem. I don't know. I'm just trying to be stress-free, but he said everything looks great. So my next appointment will be May 14th, the day after Mother's Day. I'm hoping like that's a sign. And I think we'll start stims that week. I don't know. I am currently on birth control. What else did I start? I'll tell you guys. I started birth control. I'll be on that for 2 weeks. I started a low dose of aspirin. I'm taking CoQ10. He put me on metformin. I'm not sure. According to my research, that helps with egg quality, but it's also like a diabetes medicine. So I'm not sure why I'm on that. I guess I asked the doctor. She said it helps with egg quality. But the doctor said I have great follicles. And I was a little nervous. I get so sidetracked. I was a little nervous for this appointment just because my last few periods have been so heavy and clotty that I was like nervous that I had like fibroids and my uterus was like going to be unfit for IVF. Not the case. Anyway, so I am taking birth control. I am taking low dose aspirin. I am taking metformin. I'm taking CoQ10. I am also taking, there's another vitamin, DHEA. I'm taking that 3 times a day. Everything else is just once at night. Oh, and they gave me an antibiotic to take for this just to prevent infection. I started taking it yesterday and I'll end it tomorrow just in case, because they did put like a catheter in to check your uterus. It was a saline test, like they swoosh saline solution up there and they check out your uterus. And it's so weird, you could like see it all on the screen, and it's like, I don't know what I'm seeing, the doctor does. I mean, I can tell at this point what my follicles are on my ovaries just because of like researching YouTube videos, and from when we did this a few years ago, like I know that, but like my uterus, it always looks like so flat. So I just can't wait till we have a sonogram and there's a baby in there growing. I'm gonna start crying. I don't want to start crying. So yeah, everything is on track and I can't wait. I just can't wait. Hi guys. So today is Monday. What day is it? May 14th. I almost said April. It's far out of April. I'm just going to tell you, I had another IVF appointment today. Checking my GPS. So today my appointment was earlier this morning. It's way later in the day today. Another ultrasound and blood work. I was supposed to get off of my birth control this week, today actually, but I guess I still ovulated while on birth control. So they're going to make me stay on it for 2 more weeks. So, I mean, it's a little bit of a setback, but after trying for 4 years, 2 weeks is nothing, I feel like. Whatever. But just goes to show you, don't trust your birth control. If you're watching this because you don't want to get pregnant, you're just watching this to watch it. If you're just starting birth control, it might not work the first month. So, don't trust it the first month. So I guess I still ovulated because when she was showing me because they stick that thing in you, the wand, to like the internal ultrasound to check your uterus and your ovaries, and they're checking my follicles, and I saw like a huge blip, and I was like, that doesn't look like how my uterus usually looks. What's going on? And she's measuring it. She's like, you've got like a huge follicle. I'm like, oh, okay. She's like, don't worry, it's nothing to worry about. It's just, it just means that one of your follicles is taking longer to go back down. She's like, no big deal. So they do that in the morning. They take your blood work. You're in and out in 10 minutes. And then the doctor or the nurse calls you later in the afternoon, at least at my clinic. I don't know how every doctor's office clinic works. So then she told me that it looked like I still ovulated according to like my blood work and everything. So I will be on birth control. They're putting me on another birth control, Provera. And I'll be on that for 2 weeks. And then I go back on May 24th. And that's when I'll hopefully start the stimulation injections for more eggs. So that's exciting. And then I'm just coming home from acupuncture. So I did acupuncture last year for the same kind of related reasons, fertility, but my schedule got crazy last summer and I wasn't able to do it more often, and I'm just going to do it from now until I think post egg retrieval. I think they say to do it like right before transfer day, like right to do it before transfer and like right after transfer. So I don't know how I'll schedule that, but I'll try my best. And yeah, so I'm excited to be back at acupuncture. It's like the most relaxing hour of my life. If you guys are in New Jersey and you're like the Morristown area, that's where I go. And she's like, I'll leave a link to her website down below. You pay like on a sliding scale, like what you feel like you could pay. That's why I love her. She's just so like relaxing, and oh my God, I love her. So I'll leave her website link down below if you guys happen to be in the area. If not, she probably won't be that much of a help to you. But yeah, I will see you guys again with another update in probably like a few weeks. Hi guys! So today is Friday, May 25th. I was like, oh my gosh, what day is it? It is way later in the day, but this morning, sorry, camera shaking in the car, I had my cycle day 3 baseline draw and follicle scan. I say cycle day 3 because I'm supposed to have my period, but I don't, because they had me on birth control pills. I'm not pregnant. I was kind of hoping that maybe I would secretly like one last chance, but because I technically ovulated while on the pill, but nothing. So I officially start Follistim tonight. I'm so excited. I will take 100 somethings of it. I don't know, 100 milligram. I don't know what it is. 100 of it. I don't know what the measure of volume it is, or liquid, whatever, however you measure such drugs. I'm already all bruised up. Can you see that? I mean, this was just from blood draw today. I don't think she did a good job. I think she had a hard time finding my vein. I hope I don't bruise for these shots. You do these shots right in your belly. And then I'll go back Monday and I guess I'll check everything. I can't believe it's finally here, guys. I think we'll do, she said possible egg retrieval June 4th, but I'm kind of hoping it's like the Friday before, because I already have so many follicles. So I think I'm on a low dose for these stims, so we'll see how it goes. And yeah, that's my update for today, everyone. I will see you again. Well, I'll probably show you this weekend me doing the shots, and show you the pen and everything. I don't know if you're interested, but it's part of the journey, so I'm gonna share it. Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. It's Memorial Day. Today is Monday, May 28th. I'm so tired. I could not sleep last night. I'm on tonight will be day 4 of Follistim. My doctor has me on 100 IUs, whatever that means. I don't know if they'll change it today. I'm on my way. It's 6:50 in the morning. I'm on my way for I guess they'll check my ovaries and my blood work and stuff. I don't know how they're going to take blood. I guess I'll have to use the other arm. This one is still pretty bad. I don't know what happened. Yesterday it was like purple and blue. It's gross. Like, I'm afraid to like wear a t-shirt. Like, it's embarrassing to me. I don't know why. It's just gross. I'm so tired, if you can't tell. So let me just tell you how I'm feeling on Follistim. I know a lot of people are usually on like other things also. I don't know why I'm just on Follistim. I think it's because I have like I have good follicles as it is, maybe, I don't know. But they said they might eventually add a little Menopur in. But I'm emotional as a mofo. Like, I cried last night because I couldn't fall asleep. I know insomnia is one of the side effects. But I don't know if I couldn't sleep because I was overthinking things or because of that. I don't know. But I cried like 6 times yesterday. And I just couldn't like control it. I felt like a hot mess, and it has to be a side effect. I mean, I'm usually an emotional person, but not like I don't cry because I can't fall asleep. Like, I can't. I don't know how long I'm going to be on this. I hope to find out a little bit more today. Possible egg retrieval for June 4th, next Monday. I kind of have a feeling they'll want to do it before then. I don't know. I guess we'll see. I don't want to say anything and jinx myself and be on this for 3 weeks. I know it's usually like 12 days, like 10 to 12 days. So maybe I will be on it till next Monday. I've also been feeling a little nauseous. I don't know if you're supposed to do this. You're supposed to take it the same time every night. So I take it at 9 so that I'm not up too late. Because the first night I worked, so Friday night I worked, so I couldn't do it at like 8. I would have preferred to do it at 8. But then again, I also work this weekend. Oh my gosh, I might have to cancel work. I can't push myself. So I'll update you guys after the doctors, because this is now a 3-minute little clip, and God only knows how long my IVF journey video will be at this point. All right, so the doctor had told me to up my dose to 200. I've been taking 100 IUs of Follistim, and it just comes with this little pen, and I already have the Follistim cartridge in here, so it's in there, and you just turn this dial to what you want it to be, and you poke yourself. So I'm gonna get it all ready, and I'll show you guys how I do it. That's that. Hi guys, so I have another IVF update. What day is today? It says it on the stove. Monday? No, oh my gosh, it's Wednesday, May 30th. I am on day 5, I think, of stims. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So tonight will be day 6. Wow. Okay, so I went to the doctor this morning. I'm so over this blood drawing stuff. This is still me. The lighting is god awful. I have you in the cabinet. This is still me recovering from Friday's blood draw. I want to say they collapsed my vein. I think that's what they told me. And over here, I just got a little bruise. You can't even see it. Whoa, sorry for the lighting. I wonder if I can go. There we go. Keep you out of the cabinet. I had you propped up on food dye. Anyway, so I'm not responding as well as they want me to on Follistim. I think I just checked. I can't remember. I already had my meltdown, so you won't see the tears. I already cried all afternoon. This is such an emotional process, so I'm sure you all know this if you're going through it. I'm sure you're only watching this if you're going through it. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 follicles, but only 1, 2, 3 are above 10 millimeters. Is that how they measure them? So I think it should be more by now. So they asked me to start Menopur, which is so expensive. My insurance doesn't cover Menopur. So I had my mini meltdown about spending $860 more on 10 vials of Menopur, and I have to do 2 tonight and tomorrow night. So I really hope that I only need 5 days of it and these follicles grow, because I can't afford, I could probably like afford like 1 or 2 more. I mean, I can't afford $860 as it is, but I'll be okay if I have to like buy 1 more day's worth. I will not buy another box worth. I just can't. It's $400 and something a box. So I really hope that this works. Maybe they'll add the Follistim to it, because I have so much Follistim at home. I'm so annoyed that, because my insurance covered that. But Menopur is like expensive AF. So tonight I will do Menopur. I was just doing a lot of research on how to mix the Menopur because I wasn't able to get to the doctor's office for them to show me. And I have to kind of hustle tonight after work to get to the pharmacy. Luckily, I can drive to the pharmacy. It's right near my dad's, thank goodness. I'm sure if you're in the IVF world, you've heard of Mandela's Pharmacy. A lot of people have used it. It's probably like a 45-minute drive, so I really have to like hustle out of here right after work. She's gonna try her best to get here at 5. My boss knows exactly what I'm doing. I just felt like I needed to tell her, because there's so many early mornings at the doctor. There's so many nights that I need to get somewhere if I'm not feeling well for the egg retrieval, because it's not something that like you could plan in advance. It's kind of like a 36-hour notice thing. So if you're new to my channel and you're only watching this because of IVF, I am a nanny and I work for the best family in the entire world, and they're being so amazing throughout this whole process. So I'm gonna start crying again. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do my IVF journey update video 1 up until like egg retrieval. And then I'll do a whole other one, because God only knows how long this is gonna be. So tonight, Menopur, 150 IU, so that'll be 2 containers. I'll show you guys me doing it tonight if I am not too tired. If not, I'll do it the next night. I have to do this 2 nights, and then I go back Friday morning for more blood work and another ultrasound. Hi guys, my camera stand won't work, so we'll see if I can do this. So it is Sunday, we're in June now. Happy June, June 3rd. I know I said I would show you guys doing Menopur. It's been a very emotional couple of days. So I didn't update you guys after my Friday appointment, just because I was very discouraged. So Friday I went to the doctor and they said I only have 3 measurable follicles, and that likely they would want to cancel this cycle. And at first I was like, well, I paid all this money, but then I'm thinking like, we paid the money for the cycle, for the round of IVF, but like they didn't really do anything yet, so we should get like a large chunk of that back. I don't know. So I started thinking about money, and then I started thinking like, all right, like let's start fresh, whatever. But then the doctor called at like 4 o'clock. I had to wait around all day. The waiting in this is like the hardest part. Like I was not mentally prepared. I feel like you should take a class before you do IVF. Like not a class, a session with a therapist or something. They should have like a social worker in their clinic. I don't know. Maybe some do. I feel like they all should. Especially for the women, because you're going on hormones. Like I've never cried so much in my entire life. Like I'm gonna probably start crying in this clip. But so the doctor called at 4 o'clock, and well, the doctor doesn't call me, the nurse calls me. But I always hear the doctor in the background. Like, so the nurse called, and this was day 3. I was on 2 days on Menopur. I never know which day to say, because in the morning when I go to the doctor, I haven't taken that shot yet, because it's like at night, you know what I mean? So like I was on Menopur, I took it Wednesday night, Thursday night, I went to the doctor. I still have little follicles, so I guess that's why they're saying let's continue. She was like, let's continue. The doctor wouldn't cancel this, because even if you have 3, like you have 3, but I'm like, we're paying out of pocket for this. Like we only have 1 chance. So it's like, if I'm going through all of this just to get 3 eggs, like I know for a fact that there's a good chance 1 won't be mature, some won't, there's like, you need a bunch. And she's like, well, you know what? You still have a bunch of little ones. Let's keep going. Let's see what happens. So now I'm so scared that I'm not gonna have enough. My battery's gonna die. So I'll update you guys after this appointment. I also started taking Ganirelix. That's to stop ovulation from happening. So that shot in itself is so painful. That's the only shot that I had like any kind of reaction. I've gotten like a few little bruises on my belly, but like this one, like it leaves like a welt. It's not fun. Why are you honking at me? So yeah, I'm on my way to the doctor now to see what's going on. So you might have hot crying Miss Jeana afterwards. All right, guys, it's after the doctor's appointment. I don't feel the need to cry, but it's not the best results. So I've got 3 really good follicles and 2 that might catch up. We are doing the transfer, the egg retrieval on Tuesday. So he's having me go home right now, and I liked going, there's 2 doctor's offices. There's one really close to me, which is like small, you never see the doctor. Then, well, not really close at all. It's like 20-25 minutes. I'm sorry the lighting's bad, it's like a cloudy day. And then there's one really far, like down the shore. I'm from New Jersey. It's like, it was an hour away. So, really nice office. Like, I wish like I could only go back to that office. Well, I guess I'll probably only be dealing with that office from now on anyway, because that's where you have to go for everything else. Transfers, egg retrievals, all those things. So I'm going home right now to do 100 IUs of Follistim and then 75 Menopur. I only have 2 vials of Menopur left, so he's like, let's just do it. So I'm doing that when I get home, and then tonight I'm doing another round of 1 Follistim, 100 IUs of Follistim, and then the last vial of Menopur. And then at 2 a.m. I have to wake up and trigger shoot, I don't know, trigger something, the trigger shot, which I've watched videos. That thing scares me. The needle's like this big. I'm gonna show you guys the rest of that stuff on camera, since I haven't showed you any of the Menopur. I only showed you guys doing one shot of Follistim, and I guess I don't have to take the Ganirelix anymore, because I guess I'm not trying to stop it now. I need to email them and ask. I forgot to ask that question. So yeah, I'm really hoping that we get 5 or 6 really juicy, great eggs. We are doing ICSI, so I think that heightens our chance. I really, in the long scheme of things, I just want like 3 good embryos. That's all I need. Just because we're not doing this again. Like, if we end up with one beautiful baby, we end up with one beautiful baby. So that is all I want. And yeah, so I just praying for 3 perfect little embryos. Even 2. You know what? Even 2. I say 3 because if the first time it doesn't work, I'd like to talk to the doctor about transferring 2. I know that he doesn't like to transfer 2 because multiple pregnancies are higher risk, and but I'm only paying for up to 2 transfers. That's why. So if this one doesn't, if we transfer 1, the next time I'm gonna really hope that he'll just do 2, just because it heightens the chance of it working. So I'm really praying for 3 beautiful MBs. Is that what everybody calls them? I would ask for your prayers, but by the time you see this, it'll be done anyway. So. Whew. All right, here is my setup. I've got Menopur. I've been taking 2, but they want me to take 1 now and 1 tonight, and then mix it with whatever this is, water of some kind. And then I've got my Follistim. I haven't taken this in a few days, so to mix this, you use this cute, I mean, I guess we can call it cute, this little top. I'm just gonna do it while I do this. like that, all the shots are done. The Menopur stings a little bit, not so bad. The follistim is so easy. But yeah, and now I have to do this again tonight, and 2 a.m. we will trigger. But we have to start both taking antibiotics. I already got them in the mail when I ordered everything else, so I gotta go take that now. He does too. By the way, this bruise is from the ganirelix. So did I bruise from yesterday? I don't think so. I'm still bleeding. So yeah, that stuff was no fun. And we're here for our egg retrieval. I haven't eaten at all. It's almost 2 o'clock. Rob's over here eating.
If I don't eat, I might just leave.
I have such a migraine because I haven't had anything to drink, no coffee, and he's over here slamming a burger. He hate you. Wish us luck. Hi guys. So we only got 1 egg yesterday, and it didn't work, guys. It didn't fertilize, and we've got nothing. I got the call a few minutes ago. I got so hot I had to take my rings off. I've just been laying in bed all day because I'm so bloated post egg retrieval. I cried myself to sleep last night. I just can't stop crying. I never expected this to end this way. We are out of pocket paying IVFers, if you will, and I don't know how much a second round will cost. I don't know what to do. I don't know. I guess I'm gonna end this video. I don't know when I'm gonna post this, but our first round of IVF did not work. We've got no baby, we've got no embryos, we've got nothing. We are starting from scratch. I'm waiting for the doctor to call. I'm hoping the doctor calls. The nurse called to tell me, and I was just like, I didn't even... So yesterday, you guys know, I think I mentioned that I went in on Sunday and we only had 3. I really thought this was going to get canceled. I really wish they just canceled it. I don't know why he pushed so hard to keep going. It was so frustrating to me. So I had such a migraine yesterday. You guys saw that. I thought I was going to die. We got to the doctor at 1:50, and we sat and we waited and we waited and we waited. It was like 2:30, and I was like, oh my God, doesn't this have to be timed perfectly? Like, why are we still sitting here? I thought I was going to throw up. I was so nauseous. So I finally get called back, and we do everything, and I wake up with no headache, thank God, whatever meds they give you for IV, and they told me we only had 1 egg. So I left very upset, and the doctor called me later to tell me that it looked like I ovulated early. I was just like, are you kidding me? Like, how did they let this happen? Like, this is like so expensive, and they could just let this happen? Like, I'm so frustrated. I'm so frustrated. I don't want to get angry again. Pray for us. Pray that we can figure out a way to do a second round. I'm not naked. I'm in a towel. I just got the best news that one could get going through the IVF process. The only thing we have to pay for a second round is the anesthesia cost. Do I want to pay for that guy again? He bruised me. Guys, I feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. Our doctor is amazing. Not just the doctor, the nursing staff. I was questioning them yesterday because it was like, they weren't giving me much. But I was thinking about it today. I'm like, how hard it must be to deliver that news. Like, when the financial lady called, there's something about her voice I just love. I was talking to her about being the one to deliver the news, and she was telling me about the main nurse that I deal with. She said it's really hard for her. And when she called me again, I started crying, telling her, I was like, I don't know how you guys do this. And she's like, I'm not gonna lie to you. After I gave you the news, like, I had to go back to my office and cry. She's like, I couldn't. She was like, I couldn't. I'm like, I could tell, like, yesterday, like, you couldn't even, like, look at me. Like, I don't know how they do this, like, killing someone's dreams, and it's, like, not their fault at all. I don't know. But, guys, we will be starting a second round of IVF in a few weeks. I haven't told Rob the news yet, so let me answer this and tell him.